My name is Albert Hammond Jr. and I play in the Strokes guitar. Well, one that I can remember is when we were playing in the band. We saw a band called the Mooney Suzuki. We saw them at a place called the Cooler in New York, which is like an old underground meat locker, but they made it into a venue. And we were just starting out and hadn't really played a show yet, and they were just like, had like 100 people there, and it was hot and sweaty, and they were just amazing. They were just so tight, and like they put on such a show that it was mind-blowing. Good set list, a good interaction between us and the audience, I think it's a mutual response, Sometimes it's right, It's in the air, you can feel it. No, I've had a few perfect shows, yeah. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't encourage anyone to be like a rock star. I would encourage someone to play music if they loved it, or encourage them to write music if they like writing music. But I don't know, when you like to do it and it's right, it feels very good inside, If I had a child, I imagine I would want them to feel good. So I wouldn't want them to be a rock star. Playing in front of people, being able to come to Amsterdam and play a show like this is a huge dream come true. I think it's crazy. But you don't see it until, you 2 years later and you look back, It's a little hard to see when it's going on, It's a little, because you're constantly just moving. And when I go back to New York after a long tour, I stay at home for like 2 weeks straight. I don't leave, because in New York you can get everything delivered. So I cook at home and I just watch movies and write and think. I like staying at home. It's nice. I have 2 dogs, so I play with them. My girlfriend, my dogs, and my house. It's a three combination. Well, I'm very neat, so I like to get home and reorganize my place. It makes me gives me time to think. That's probably what I miss most about being on the road. You can have ideas, but sometimes it's very hard to focus them because you're at home it's a little easier. Got a little notebook, a little dorky notebook. It's so stupid. The problem is, like, you write stuff down and you're like, you feels very like pretentious, and you look at it, you're like, why did I write that? I mean, come on. But sometimes you have to do it. You got to write down dumb ideas to get to good ones. So it could be anything, Someone you got to call, to a song title, to a book you want to read, or just a sentence someone said that you liked. If we were playing stadiums, and every night for 3 months we were just 50,000 fans everywhere you went, and you finally went home, maybe it would feel like you needed something, some kind of attention, or it felt like something was gone. So it's like a drug, But the way we do it, I feel it, but I just sometimes I miss home so much that it kind of outweighs the other feeling, I mean, it's definitely strange, You're at home, you're not going on a bus, going somewhere, It becomes very plain. I've learned just songwriting stuff from Julian, just from being there, and Nick's a really good guitar player, so I've...
Is he better than you?
Oh, yeah, he's a lot better. Yeah, he's a lot better. My worst experiences on the road, just being really tired and having to play a show, and you want to play because there's fans and they want to see you, but at the same time you'd rather do anything but play a show. Sometimes you can get sick. It's really awful being sick on the bus. I've had food poisoning on a 14-hour bus ride is not very fun, or on a plane. I've thrown up so much on a plane you wouldn't even believe it. Try to eat well. Yeah. I'm sure it sounds funny, but it's true. Because you're going to so many different countries, things change, so subtle things change, and your bodies are it's constantly going into shock. It's like, what's this? Last night when we were flying from London to Amsterdam was pretty good. Yeah. That was fun. Everyone was laughing. We played Oxygen Festival a few days ago, and it was rainy and wet, and it was still so good. You know, the crowd loved it, and we were playing well. It just makes you feel. I guess it gets you high. Gets you fucking high. This is our practice room before we go on stage. An old Ludwig drum set. It's nice blue, isn't it? It's actually was Fab's first one, his first European one, but now it's very old, so it doesn't last very long. It wouldn't last very long. So now it's just a practice kit. That's Nikolai's bass, guitar and bass amp. That's Nick's amp, and I guess one of the new guitars he just bought, that Telecaster that he's always wanted. And that's my other backup. That's like my third backup. I have 3 white Strats, and that's my third one. Handmade pedals from a guy in Germany. He wanted us to try it to see if we would like it, and they're really cool looking. We come in here if we like. Let's say we want to we're doing a song before we go on stage, and it's a new one we haven't played in a while. We just want to go through it once or twice, or just warm up. It's just here. Yeah.